In this video we're going to look at transformations. So in geometry, a transformation is when the size or position of a point or shape is changed. Now we're not going to be dealing with strawberries, but you can see this strawberry has gone from here to here. The image has been transformed or translated. The point or shape we start with is called the object, and then the image is where we get to. A translation is when we move a point or shape in a straight line, and the translation moves every point the same distance, the same direction. So you can see A to B here. From A to B, we go down 2 and across 5. So that's one way to look at it. You can say down 2 and across 5 if you want to look at it that way. So here we have my object and my image. And you can see that this point has been translated to here, and it has been translated down 2 and across 5. This one has been translated down 2 and across 5. This one down 2 and across 5. And if I just do big dots to show you where the points ended up, you can see that that's my image. With the square here, x to y, what's happening between x and y? We're going down 3, and we're going across, looks like 6. So down 3, across 6. So that's what's happening with everything. Down 3, across 6. You can see A down 1, 2, 3 across 6. And this A that we see here, we're going to call A prime. We're going to see this a lot in geometry when we translate in a point. We're going to call it the prime of the previous point. So every point on the square ABCD has been moved the same distance. You can clearly see that, and we're going to end up with this A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime. The book explains this here. The image of A apostrophe is pronounced A prime. The object ABCD is transformed under translation XY. So we have the arrow, we have XY, the translation XY with an arrow, to the image A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime. Nothing to get your knickers in and out over, just something to learn. In a translation, the image and the object look exactly the same. They're going to be the same size, and they're going to be facing the same direction. They're just going to move a particular way. Okay, why don't you guys try and do a grid in your copies a bit like this, and then pause the video and try and draw the image of the triangle ABC under the translation PQ. Okay, what's happening between P and Q? We're going down and we're going across. We're going down 3, we're going across 4. So A down 3 across 4 becomes A prime. B down 3 across 4 becomes B prime, and C down 3 across 4 becomes C prime. And if you're doing this in an exam, you could rub your lines out, or you could do dotted lines and then just connect your points. Just put A back in, A prime. So connecting these, A prime, B prime, B prime, C prime, A prime, C prime, and we have our image. And if you wanted, you could check between a couple. Let's look between B prime and C prime. Between B and C, I had to go down 1 and across 3, 6. B prime, C prime, down 1 across 2, 4, 6. And you can check the others as well. A down 2 across 1, down 2 across 1. We get there, and A to C will be the same. You could go across this way and down if you wanted to check that, and you will get the same here. So translations, transformation geometry, the first video on this. We're going to look at central symmetry next. So watch this a couple of times and practice translations before moving on to central symmetry.